everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Movie Cranks. I'm Larry, this is Mike.
Hey.
Today we got another review for you. This time it's the movie Stuber. We're a little late on this one, but he's been in the tropics enjoying beer on the islands.
I know.
While I've been here at home, well, where it's like 150 degrees. And
it was
humidity's
worth
like a billion. But anyways, we went and finally got to go check this movie out for you. And it stars Bautista and Kumail Nanjiani, I think that's how you say it. And this movie is about Mr. Nanjiani, who plays Stu. That's why they call him Stuber, because Stu Uber.
Right.
Anyways, he's kind of, I wouldn't say he's really down on his luck, but he has got the worst, I guess, girl problems. She is like a toxic girlfriend. And you got Bautista here, who needs an Uber because he can't see anymore.
Yeah. He had laser surgery.
And he's trying to hunt down the people that killed his partner.
Yeah, and they're like the standard bad guys. They're drug dealers that have like a secret warehouse. They have the drug dealer leader, and they have, and they're like a typical action movie bad guy. Yeah. And let's just put it this way. This is just a straight, simple action movie, buddy cop movie. Just like it was in the 90s.
He's a cop without vision.
You can't actually see.
You assholes got a permit for this hole?
This is similar to Lethal Weapon. This is similar to Rush Hour.
Rush Hour, I think,
and it focuses more like Rush Hour, where it's the comedy. But what really won me over, not just the simplicity of it all, but it was the action.
The action, and I think Kumail Nanjiani and Bautista actually had
good chemistry.
Good chemistry together.
Yeah.
And this one movie, like I was saying earlier, I actually believe, because up until now with Bautista, I've always been like, I don't know about this guy. He seems like he's kind of stuck. He does good as Drax, but every other movie I see him in, I kind of... But this actually, to me, kind of proves maybe there is something more to him.
I didn't know if he'd have the charisma of, like, The Rock. I didn't know if he would come out and stand out like that, but the good news is he actually did really well. He held his own. He was funny. He was scary at times when he got really angry. He's a strong dude, but not overpowering. He's not like the Terminator. He has limitations. And basically in the movie itself, he has LASIK surgery because he has trouble seeing at a distance. And he's literally out of surgery when they find the people that killed his partner. And so he immediately has to spring into action. He gets an Uber driver, and that's when their worlds collide. And I mean worlds because he's an alpha, red meat-eating alpha male.
Oh, he gave me exactly what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity.
That's right. It is.
You got hair and sweat coming out his ears, veins in his forehead.
He didn't give a shit about anything. If he wanted you out of his way, he kicked you out of his way. And he told you what he wanted, and he told people what they needed to do. That's what he was. He was like the typical 90s action hero.
Yeah.
I mean, he was Arnold back in the 80s and 90s.
And then even Kumail Nanjiani here, he surprised me. I thought he was funny. And like I said, pretty charismatic.
But what did he play?
Character.
He played the opposite of Bautista. He played the little, minuscule, don't hurt me, I need to wipe my hands after I touch the door handle.
Like you said earlier, the
super beta male that, is yes sir, no sir, does everything by the book.
Do. How do you do?
Even driving, it was like
even
back
backing
up
the car,
go forward. That was perfect because you had these two worlds clashing. But here's the thing. They didn't do it in a stupid, politically correct way where it was like in your face saying one group was wrong and the other group was right. In fact,
it's just a funny movie.
They met in the middle and worked things out.
Yeah.
And that's what was great. It wasn't like Men in Black where it was in your face with this political garbage. They kept all that kind of out and just focused on the characters.
But if you loved it. I will be honest though. If you have a woman in your life, or if you're like me, there's parts of this movie you're just gonna go, God, that's just too real.
Yeah.
With the girlfriend, with Stuber, the whole, the friend zone.
Yeah.
I mean, he is stuck in it deep, and they're gonna be opening this. Like some kind of gym together or something? Oh my God.
Yeah.
How? It's just like every time I meet a girl, what I get, they want something. Help me do this. Help me do that. Fix my car.
She had this perfect boyfriend who treated her like dirt He was powerful. He was rich. He was like a movie star, wasn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
And
athlete.
she would constantly, every time she had a problem,
She runs back to
she
Stuber.
runs back to her Uber friend that is her, and he was that person. He was like, oh, I'll take care of you. I'll give you, I'll be your protector.
I'll give you anything because I'm in love with you.
He was in love with her, but he couldn't tell her that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff in
It
there
does play
you
part in the
feel. You feel a lot of it.
But
all in all, the supporting cast, all forgettable.
yeah, the villain.
The story was forgettable.
I will say the villain was
terrible.
very weak
Yeah.
in this movie. I felt like they didn't really even go through and give him a backstory.
Nope.
And like you said,
They give away who the villain is
real quick.
Yeah.
And there's really no backstory, and you're like, why is this the villain?
Yeah, we can actually.
I mean, we had a perfectly good villain set up to begin with.
Right. The
with
drug dealers.
The drug dealer, and then you put somebody else in there to kind of change it up, and you're like, there's really no purpose
And
to
a
it.
slight spoiler, but they tell you in the movie, because the bad guy, who's not supposed to be the bad guy, makes a text message which spells out that they're really the bad guy. And I'm sorry, you can't do that in the first 10 minutes of the movie and then expect the audience to stay gripped and like, oh, I'm so involved in this. Because we knew. We knew who the bad guy was.
Yeah, even in the end, it just wasn't.
It
Just wasn't a
pissed me
good
off.
villain. Wasn't a good villain.
So, generic story. The graphics, detail, film, and all that were just generic. I mean, they had some.
I think the number one thing this movie had, like you said, it's just the action
Yeah.
scenes. It's really they had some
and the
good
characters.
action and the characters.
The two leads and the action made up the bulk of this movie. And I enjoyed that part. So, Larry, what would you say would be your final review on Stuber?
Well, I actually had a lot of fun with it, to tell you the truth. You know, you don't get too many of these movies nowadays. These
No, that's
90s,
rare.
Just letting it out there, no political.
I miss those. I miss
know?
the Rush Hours, and I miss the
Yeah.
Lethal Weapons. I like good buddy cop movies and
To
stuff.
me, it was just a good buddy cop movie. It was funny. Like I said, even in most buddy cop movies, the villain, they never really have a good one.
But it did make me laugh a lot.
It made me laugh a lot.
Yeah.
I like the fight with Kumail Nanjiani and Dave Bautista.
Yes, there is a part where they fight each other, and it's great. It does not go
Oh
how
my
you
God.
think. It's fantastic.
And his I guess you could say, I don't even want to call him his buddy that he works with.
Right.
Getting
yeah.
involved. Oh man.
We don't
I
want to
like
give
that.
too much.
I ain't gonna give too much of that up. It's a good little scene.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one probably a C+. I would go almost
Good.
B-.
Yep.
But I feel like the villain.
There was too
needed a
much
little
missing,
work.
and you're right on target. I'm going to say I appreciate what they were trying to do. I appreciate them trying something different that hasn't been around in a while, and they didn't copy a lot of stuff. It was kind of generic, but they
It was
added
an
their own
it was
stuff.
an original generic script.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. I would have to give this movie a C, and I hope maybe they'll do another one, and maybe they'll get better. You know,
yeah.
I mean, it took a little bit for me to get into Chris Rock and Tucker.
Kind of interested
So-
in what good old Vic can do when he sees.
Yes.
Because that's another thing in this movie.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Which we do need to talk about, which is there's a point here where he gets surgery. Vic does.
Very beginning of the movie.
The cop.
Yeah.
And that plays out just a little too long.
A little. It was the whole movie, except for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
See, they did something cool. They had a neat idea of making him handicapped as far as being unable to see anything. It was like blur. It was fun and funny, and he would trip over stuff and smack into doors. It was fun for a while, but towards the halfway point of the movie, it was starting to feel kind of old, and you kind of wanted to see him come out and do things.
That's another
Yeah.
big reason I could only probably give it a C+.
If he'd been able to see longer and actually be
Yeah,
more
you could
productive,
get more aggressiveness,
more aggressive.
more pounding of faces.
And I know why they did that. They had to handicap him. They had to bring him down a notch because this guy is so big. If he could see right, he'd probably just pummel someone into bloody paste.
he could literally have squashed Kumail
yeah.
Nanjiani during that fight scene.
His head would have exploded. I mean, so it's, I don't know. That's the only part I would say I take a little off for too. So no, C. So anything else?
No, that's
Great fight scenes though. You'll love the fight scenes.
about all I got. You want to take us out?
Yep. So everybody, thank you for coming by and joining us for another one of our movie reviews. Sorry this is late, but we had this huge Comic-Con thing hit. If you haven't seen it, we did a big Comic-Con trailer
Yeah,
explosion.
well, we actually did this review during our Comic-Con,
And the camera lost power.
No, not that it lost
Oh,
power. We
memory.
ran out of room.
Ran out of room.
We had like 2 minutes of recorded, and then it was just gone.
That's what happens when you record like 60 gigs of video. So anyway, we got a lot of people on Facebook. I just want to say thank you to everybody, and we will see you on the next one.
Yep. See you guys.
Peace.